Hey everybody, it's Michael Robbins, January 29th, 2021, and what is usually a commentary about the COVID impact is going to be dominated by GameStop and Reddit commentary, not completely disjunct from COVID, as perhaps it was people being at home or having more time online to become educated on what short selling does to a stock. With excessive short selling, there's downward pressure on the stock price, just like excessive buying can drive a price up. Short selling can drive it down, make it hard for those companies to raise funding and stay afloat. And yes, the populist GameStop insurgency against Wall Street spills over into Congress. Well, we're almost 1 year into the pandemic. 1 year ago today, it was still just a bit of a whisper. We endured the Trump presidency and the riots in the Capitol a few weeks ago, and curious to have this come out now, but maybe it makes sense. You can see here's over on Seeking Alpha. Highly shorted stocks that are popping or on the verge of crashing, right? Popping, perhaps insinuating that investors of these, or at least the short sellers of these, are getting out because of that danger, technical infinite losses as the stock goes up if you're short. Their article here, I thought this was very interesting. Over the past 5 days, GameStop traded so often with only 67 million shares outstanding that the company could have completely changed ownership more than 10 times. 10 times turnover in 5 days. That is immense volume. Incidentally, I was just looking this up on Microsoft the other day, and it was something like the annual volume was 1.5 trillion, and the market cap was 1.8 trillion. So in a company like that, the turnover is still substantial, but not 10 times in a week. The headlines often, really say a lot about this. Oh, it's interesting. So, I mean, this article is probably influencing that its bump is not sustainable. Certainly not most of it, but some of these Reddit bumps might be. So this was this was a great quote. So this is on the site, this Wall Street Bets site. Definition of the market is speculation. If you're short, you now run a new risk that these effective social media vigilantes are going to come after you and squeeze you. And it's good because it will make a lot of hedge funds think for a second time before shorting. Now, being a former Wall Street investor relations guy, you know that volatility in a stock is ultimately going to reduce your shareholder value. You don't want too much up and down. And, in some ways, they're right. I mean, I was a hedge fund manager myself, and if you short a stock, you've got those infinite losses, and it's not something that I would do. I thought, buying puts was a safer way if you thought a stock was going to go down, and perhaps leveraging that information to reallocate capital to more effective returns or socially equitable programs. That was the idea. But yeah, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black. Like, the market is a casino. It is, and it's fine. So that was cute. So a kid made out on that, and the company that owned the mall that GameStop was in, they got a pop, and some institutions sold out 500 million during that. I'm sure they don't mind this. So, this is an interesting statement, and here we are, right, January 29th. If market manipulation is found to have taken place, is it market manipulation? It might not be. It might just be that these people sitting at home got educated and kind of got angry because they love GameStop, and things go viral in different ways. Now we've got viral actions that are like, meant to affect stock. I mean, it seems like it's kind of already been that way. If a company does something, ruins its reputation, right? And people say, boycott the company, right? Don't buy their products, don't buy their stock. This is just kind of amplifying the other side of this group. This one's beautiful. Look at all this. It is not just GameStop. It is a number of companies. These Reddit fueled sentiment. And it's interesting because there seems to be a little sustainability. Like, it's still kind of early to say. I mean, they're certainly not going to maintain these peaks, but I assure you, there was an investor relations representative at GameStop, over the past 5 years, who, when trying to convince institutions to buy their stock, was saying they've got a really good brand name, and look at these surveys, and look how many people love and care about GameStop, and they were right. And it just took this seminal moment for this group to call the shorts out. So yeah, I guess one of them was New Concept Energy. And look at this, short interest has fallen to 0.3% of its float compared to 13%. Those short sellers really got scared away, and you wonder, how long will it last? I mean, is this if a company like New Concept Energy has all the short sellers scared away, are they going to say scared away for a week or for years? I don't know yet, but it remains a very, very interesting time. And here is the mall stock and the fund that cashes out for 50 million. I mean, you got to imagine that's tough. I mean, mall stocks have not performed well for a very long time, and that fund that cashed out. Oh my gosh, was it the teachers union? Oh, blessed. Oh, that's so great. What, yeah, I bet you were struggling. You own malls. You own malls during a pandemic. But yeah, I mean, certainly fundamentals, the net profit of a company, its potential net profit, long-term net profit, eventually there's a correlation between that and the stock price. And investor relations, financial PR will try to emphasize those intangibles, and sometimes the crowd has a different way of going about it. We'll see how it evolves. Somehow it is no longer 2020.